guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here at the LA Auto Show. Of course, walking around, had a stop at the Subaru booth for a long-standing nameplate that's getting some major redesign. This is it. This is your 2024 Subaru Impreza. But before we get into this all-wheel drive hatchback, let's talk about what's going on here. The Impreza, it's been around since the 1990s, obviously has gone through a bit of changes through the years, but you know what? Subaru wanted to keep it near and dear to its heart and keep it in the lineup. Now for 2024, with this hatchback, you're still gonna get that same great symmetrical all-wheel drive, but you're getting some new power, new design, and technology. But what I wanna find out is, compared to other hatchbacks, things like the Honda Civic, the Mazda 3, has Subaru picked the right formula to really excel in this particular segment of the auto arena? Let's go ahead, dive into this 2024 Subaru Impreza and find out. Right off the bat, I like what they did with the styling. Something familiar, but you know something is also different as well. Up front, the way things are going with their design on their headlights, they're getting smaller, and I'm digging it. Look at the way you have your LED daytime running lamps, headlights, and the way it comes nicely sharp into the front fascia. Working your way down, just a little bit of gloss black, but I guess the thing that's gonna make a lot of people happy is you're still getting your fog lamps, LED with just a little bit of flat black. Now, as we come across the new Impreza grille, it's interesting to see the evolution of this grille over the years. You'll notice, of course, the constellation, the Subaru badge, some of that nice metallic black area with the flat black, fully functional up top and functional on the lower portion. I like the way that they took this lower lip and extended it out just enough to give it some extra character. And then getting up onto the hood, of course, underneath, we are still gonna have that traditional flat 4 engine, but we do have larger displacement, 2.5 liters of flat 4 goodness underneath the hood, that boxer motor. Of course, we have the simple clean lines that rise up from the front fascia, peak up, and then disappear right into the A-pillars. Now, as we come around the bend on this particular 2024 Impreza, you're gonna notice new wheel design, that nice metallic, almost like a dark, dark, dark smoke gray, almost black. You can see all the intricate detail of the wheel design. And really, really, I think that it bounces nicely with the bright red finish on this particular model. Now, as we come down, you'll see our new badging, that RS badging on the side. This is a new trim for 2024. Clean, but yet lets you know something is unique about it. Of course, you have the metallic black on the mirrors coming into your sunroof up top. And then I love the way they did the lower sill, the way it angles down nicely, nothing too crazy, and it kind of helps accentuate the body lines of the door, because if you notice, lots of attention goes towards RS, but you'll also see that it comes down into the door. And what's fascinating is that if you've ever heard RS, you might think of like the Ford Focus RS. And you might say, well, RS, isn't there a Chevrolet Camaro RS? Guess what? Subaru had an Impreza RS going all the way back to the early days of the Impreza. I remember when I was in college and this guy had an Impreza 2.5 liter RS, and it was just beautiful, dark blue with the gold wheels. It was stupendous. Working our way towards the rear, nice low roof line. Of course, you're gonna get your rear quarter glass window, and then coming around back, the same thing. You're gonna have a short, stubby roof spoiler on the RS trim. It is a metallic black, and then look at how they redid the taillights. Nice LED setup. Of course, we got our Subaru badge. The way they dropped the reflectors for the DOT required reflectors looks good without being too obnoxious or anything fake, but we got that symmetrical all-wheel drive. And then, of course, to wrap it off, Impreza RS. Nice to see that RS name back, especially with a 2.5 liter flat 4 engine, and really did a great job on the lower bumper area as well. But while we go ahead, we need to get to the interior of this vehicle and see what's different for 2024. All right, guys, we got the hood popped open. Of course, you have a prop rod, but you know what? The competitors in this segment all have prop rods. Underneath the hood is that new engine, though. What are we talking about? We're talking about a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated flat 4, that traditional boxer engine, now pumping out 180 horsepower, but it is mated to a CVT transmission. Remember, the great news about having a flat four engine is you can see just how low it sits in the engine cradle. That's going to help with lowering the center of gravity. Plus, of course, you have that symmetrical all-wheel drive system that has been on Imprezas since day one. But you know what? It's not just about the changes underneath the hood for this RS. It's also about what's going on in the interior. Let's get in and see what's different. All right, guys, we're inside this new 2024 Subaru Impreza 2.5 liter RS. That's the first time that the RS is back since 1998, and really digging what they've done with the 18-inch wheels on this RS. And then, of course, you say 2.5, we got more horsepower. But I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Joe, what about price? No official pricing yet, but it's going to be interesting to see how it stacks up against popular vehicles like the Mazda 3, the Toyota Corolla hatchback, and the Honda Civic hatch. But let's see what's new for 2024 to the door panels. I like the clean style. You do get soft touch material up on the top portion that waterfalls into the midsection. On the RS, you got the red stitching. Everything else is flat black, and I dig that because no fingerprints. Door pocket is a little tight, so maybe a small milk bone biscuit for your dog and a bottle of water to keep them hydrated. You do have, of course, the Harman Kardon sound system, going to give you some nice clear tunes. And then going from the door panel to the dash, you do have the new style that they're bringing across all their lineup. Soft touch up top. This is semi-soft. So it's like Nerf ball soft. This is like baseball soft. And then you have your dark gunmetal gray finish that flows nicely into the door. Coming to the center, of course, this was expected. You're going to get the new 11-inch vertical display, that portrait style. I can't turn it on because we're at the auto show, but it's exactly the same like on the Outback, the Subaru Legacy, the Subaru Impreza, all your AC controls. You do have some physical buttons, but not a ton. But everything is going to be contained right in that 11-inch screen. Your start-stop button, wireless charging, aux jack, USB-C, and USB-A. This is going to control your CVT. And I know that we're hoping for a different transmission, but that's what Subaru is sticking with. You do have some gunmetal metallic finish that matches the dash and the door panel, some gloss black, and then you do get 2 stages of heated seats, 2 diagonal cup holders, and this is where they put the 12 volt. Not my favorite location, because if you're going to run a radar detector, you're going to have the cord right in your way. So that is a little bit of a zonk there, but I like the way it's got a nice clean lid. You got a small Twinkie holder here for when you're going outdoors or taking your dog to the dog park. The red stitching, Charmin soft material. Open it up, you could easily put a full box of Purina dog chow in there. It's important, you know, Subaru and dogs go together like peanut butter and jelly. We got to keep our furry friends very happy, and that's going to be a great place to keep those snacks and food in there. Close it up. Seats specific to the Impreza RS, cloth with the red. I'm digging the red. You do have manual controls on the passenger side. The good news is I got 8-way adjustable controls for the driver. And then you're going to get a standard sunroof, and I'm glad that they went with a nice dark headliner. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of the Subaru Impreza. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel of this new Impreza RS. Let me impress you with this Impreza. See what I did there? But anyways, let's go straight to the pedal box. Subaru does a great pedal box. Lots of room, even with people with big feet like myself. You do have a nice aluminum dead pedal, brake, and throttle. Seat controls, easy to get to, lower lumbar as well. I'm 6 feet tall, and that's one thing you're gonna love about this Impreza. Lots of room. Steering wheel, you got the leather, you got the red stitching. So they were very consistent with the red stitching in here, and I'm very happy about that. You do have paddles to go through the simulated gears. Would be nice to have a manual transmission. Also, I'm digging the way that they do give you the tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then the dash, it's the same exact setup. I can't turn it on, obviously, because we're at the auto show, but it is analog speedometer, tachometer, and then that 4.2-inch digital display. Why don't we go ahead though? I was going to turn on the lights and see if that worked, and all it did was made a noise at me. But that's how we do it here on Raity's Rides. You got to do it on the fly. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if your friends are going to be impressed with your Impreza. Let's get back. All right, guys, backseat time in this Impreza. I think it was smart to leave it as a hatch. The versatility is there and kind of simplifies everything, which is really nice. Now, the back seat, you're getting lots of room. That's the good news. The bad news is on the RS, you don't have a pocket here. So if you have your rally maps and all that good stuff, maybe a compass or a compass rose, maybe you're trying to be like Magellan, you don't have any place to put that if you're sitting behind the driver. But the good news is I got a USB-C, I got a USB-A. I have a pocket over here, but I'm hungry and I'm gonna keep some pizza back there, some California kitchen pizza. Space is pretty good. The only other zonk is there's no armrest, which is really bizarre, with like a center armrest. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the cargo area and see how much room, how many dogs can we fit in this Impreza. Let's get into that cargo area and find out. All right, guys, rear cargo area, real simple, just like before. Hit the button, rises up. You're gonna be given a nice wide area, low cargo floor. And the great news is dog owners are gonna love this because it's not a high jump to get into the back seat for your lab or maybe your German Shepherd. I like the way they put this intricate design that's actually mountains. And there's the Subaru Impreza. Nice little Easter egg there. You'll notice you have these little places for a dog bowl and some places to put some dog bones. And then obviously the seats will do the whole 60-40 split. Fold down to maximize your space. And it's just incredible in a compact hatchback like this, how much room there is. But you know what? I know you want to see us get on throttle in this. We're going to be doing it soon, but we're at the LA Auto Show. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. All right, guys, it's been one heck of a busy, chaotic day here at the LA Auto Show, but you know what? It's been good to get this stuff covered. Let me know what you think about the 2024 Subaru Impreza, especially this 2.5 RS. It's been a hot minute since the RS was in the lineup. Just to put in perspective, I graduated from college back in 1998, the last time that there was an RS in the lineup of Imprezas. But let me know what you think. Is this something that would persuade you to go with rather than, say, a Civic hatchback or a Mazda 3? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. We got to give it up to Lori Raiti, working the camera like a champ. Show us some love in that comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.